Hi, this is Lisa from the Domestic Lifestylist. Thanks for joining me. And you're in my kitchen. I'm going to be making chocolate chip pancakes today. Doesn't that sound yummy? So we have all the ingredients here. This is some all-purpose sifted flour, about 2 cups. We have some confectioner's sugar, some baking powder. Now I'm going to make sure I give you all the quantities later on the blog, so you don't have to worry about writing it down all now. This is some cinnamon, a little bit of salt. That's our dry ingredients. I am using some eggs for this recipe, 3 eggs total. We're going to use the 1 egg white, which I already started beating to get it nice and foamy. That's going to give the pancakes some lift because we want the pancakes to be nice and airy and fluffy. And some melted butter. This is not the low-fat pancakes version, okay? This is the indulgent version of chocolate chip pancakes. Although this is some milk and it's skim milk, so it's actually 1%. It's about 2 cups, but we're going to pour according to how thin or how thick we want our pancakes. And then these are just some whole eggs. All right. Oh, and how could I forget? We have vanilla. Please get real vanilla, not that essence stuff. Okay, so we're dealing with real vanilla extract. Okay, so I'm going to get started. So this is our 2 cups of flour. It's sifted because I want it to be nice and airy. Of course, if you wanted to make this recipe more like a healthier version, you could use any type of flour you'd like. You could use oat flour, almond flour, whole wheat flour. But today I'm going with the good old-fashioned white flour. Okay, so this is our flour. I am going to add our baking powder. I believe that was 2 tablespoons of baking powder, if I remember my recipe correctly. Sometimes I forget my own quantities for my own recipes and I have to look at the original to see. This is our confectioner's sugar, or we call it powdered sugar. So what you see we're doing, we're putting all the dry ingredients in first. Cinnamon and salt. Alright, and then, guess what? I need a fork to beat these whole eggs. Okay, so I'm just going to beat these a bit. This is the beaten music. Alright, so here goes our skim milk. I'm just going to pour it in a little bit at a time. Can you see that? Like, it's kind of thick, right? So I'm going to add some more milk. Like I said, I put 2 cups of milk in this bottle. I'm not sure. I'm gonna feel out to see if we actually use the whole 2 cups because that's how I cook at home. You know, I kind of stir and add, pour, evaluate, see if it's doing what I want it to do, and then I add some more. I think some more milk would be nice. And after this set of milk, I am going to go ahead and add my eggs, well actually the whole eggs and the butter. This is melted butter, but it congealed a little bit because it was out. Don't worry, we'll be fine. It's going to dissolve all in there. I had it melted so long it kind of recongealed, but it's going to be fine. So make sure you use melted butter. I'm using real butter this time. Even though in our normal everyday life we don't necessarily use real butter on an everyday basis, these pancakes are going to be extra special. My 2 eggs and a tablespoon of real vanilla extract. I'm gonna eyeball this. Listen, this vanilla smells so good. I really wish you could smell it. Like really good. So make sure you use the real stuff. Ooh, this is nice and fluffy already. I have a feeling we're gonna have some really good pancakes here. Now, the last 2 ingredients that we're gonna add in are gonna be our egg whites and the chocolate chips. You're adding the egg whites last because you want to be able to fold it in so that it doesn't lose any of that nice aeration that you already took your time and put in. This is looking really good. I'm not sure if I'm going to add the rest of the milk. I want to show you what it looks like. See that? Or maybe I will add just a little bit, just a touch more milk. Just a touch. But everybody has their own preference about pancakes, right? You know, like whether they like it thick, whether they like it thin. And so that's why I'm telling you to use the 2 cups of milk as a guideline. Like everything else in life, everybody has their preferences, and any recipe you come across, you should feel liberated enough to customize it to make it your own. Now, these pancakes are going to be chocolate chips, like I said, but if you wanted to kick it up a notch, as Emerald says, and put in some bananas or something like that, why not? You could make it banana chocolate chip pancakes if you like. You see my egg whites? Nice and foamy. I am going to, as we say, fold my egg whites in. Ah, yes. Right, and then chocolate chips are going to go in last. I'm using milk chocolate chips. You could use dark chocolate chips if you like. You could use a combo of milk and dark chocolate chips. But I'm just using the plain old milk chocolate chips in my pancakes today. I have about 3/4 cup of milk chocolate chips in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all, but again, if you like them extra chocolatey, you could add some more chocolate chips. But I don't like that many chocolate chips in my pancakes. But I think this is 3/4 cup is actually a good amount for the quantity of pancakes we're making, which could serve around 4 people. Alright guys, do you see that? So that's all nice and mixed. Next, the next thing I'm going to do is put these on the griddle. So you caught me, I'm back. I'm here putting these pancakes on the griddle. I greased the griddle with a little bit of a non-stick coconut oil spray. You could certainly use another type of non-stick spray. But I figured since we were indulgent in the other parts of the recipe, that once I saw this coconut oil spray, I went a little bit crazy and I was like, oh yeah, coconut oil. So that's what I put in there. And I put the pancakes on the griddle. It's at about a medium heat. My griddle tells you the temperature, so I would say it's around 250, 375. I'm not sure what happens with you, but when I do my first set of pancakes at home, the first 1 or 2, the color is always a bit off. They look so good. Can you see it? Camera guy, you have to get the nice color of the pancakes. Can you see? They smell so good, really. And I have some already done here, and you can really tell like how nice and fluffy those are. So you see how easy pancakes are to make at home? What I'm going to start to do, I'm going to get our plate ready so you can display these beautiful pancakes. What I've done, pardon me while I get my chocolate syrup. I have put some chocolate syrup in here. This is really, real TV. Re-recording. This is really Hershey's chocolate syrup that I put in here in a little squeezy bottle. These don't cost much. I got this one for like $1.99. And I'm going to use this and make a pretty little design on our nice plate, because we're going to do it like restaurant style. Isn't that pretty? What I'm going to do is take our glorious pancakes and put them right in the center. Oh my gosh, this is just so good. Hold on one moment. Let me get some other pancakes going here. I want to get the nice pretty ones to put on the plate for you. And I'm using a ladle to scoop my pancakes in. That's how the professionals get these really nicely shaped pancakes. So if you're looking for nice round pancakes, just get yourself a ladle. You know, those things that you use for the soup, and scoop your pancakes out. Be aware that you want to get, you know, chocolate chips in your batter too, okay? Because the chocolate chips tend to sink to the bottom. So make sure that you're stirring them up so you could get some nice chocolate chips in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and get one of my beautiful pancakes here. I'm going to put this back so you can see. Oh my gosh, these are, listen, if I can say so myself, these smell so good. Like seriously. Do you see that? It's so good. So I am going to get my whipped cream. I'm going to put this in the front so you can see. Get my whipped cream and my cherries. There's so much that you can do with this, really. Probably the whipped cream is not open. Here we go. I'm going to put my whipped cream. Actually, I'm not going to put it on here. I'm going to get my whipped cream. Oh. There we go. Isn't that just gorgeous? I'm going to put some cherries on there. Looking good, looking good. Guess what? I forgot my maple syrup. So I'm just going to go and get my maple, okay? Check on my pancakes though. Make sure nothing is burning. This one could have used a little bit more time, but here's my maple. I'm going to get me a fork because I have to taste it. That's the great thing about being the one who cooks it, because you get to taste it first. Okay? So look at this. I'm going to pour my syrup on there. Isn't that just gorgeous? Look at that. Homemade chocolate chip pancakes from the Domestic Lifestylist. Now make sure you go on the domesticlifestylist.com to get the full recipe and follow along for more lifestyle and fine living tips. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Here you go. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a bite of this, okay? You know, seriously, this is really so good. I'm impressed with myself. You really have to try this, okay? So go to the domesticlifestylist.com, get the complete recipe. Again, this is Lisa from the Domestic Lifestylist. Excuse the food in my mouth, but I'm having such a good time here. Remember to live life at home with finesse and style.